Hi guys, it's Psych here. I have some very intriguing breaking news for you. Two people were found dead yesterday at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. As most of you know, this is the same hotel where Whitney Houston was found lifeless, and also the same hotel that Barack Obama stayed in just a couple of days after that tragic incident occurred. Here's the latest on the situation.
For that breaking news, an apparent murder-suicide at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Police investigating as preparations continue for the Daytime Emmy Awards. Eyewitness News reporter Darsha Phillips joins us live from the hotel with details. Darsha.
John, well, the Daytime Emmys will be held here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel despite this ongoing investigation of an apparent murder-suicide that happened at the hotel. Now, according to Beverly Hills Police, a shooting occurred at the hotel on the 9000 block of Wilshire Boulevard about 10:50 last night. When officers arrived on scene, they found two people dead from gunshot wounds inside a room at the Beverly Hilton. Police say the two people were an elderly man and an elderly woman. No further details about the victims or the ongoing investigation was released. Now, back here live, investigators have wrapped up their investigation here at the scene. And again, the Daytime Emmys will go on as planned today at 5 p.m. here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Reporting live from Beverly Hills, Darsha Phillips, ABC.
Okay, so as you guys know, it happened just before the Daytime Emmys were about to be recorded. Now, the strange coincidence and significance of this situation here is I have seen a lot of videos about the strange happenings about, Whitney Houston's death. Perhaps a lot of people think it was a sacrifice. I don't know if many of you believe in the elites or the Illuminati. But there definitely seems something that's strange and coincidental about this particular case here. I'm going to be looking into this more. However, I want to point out a couple of different things here. The two that were found were an elderly man and woman. It is described here on, I'm looking at my iPad here. Sorry, I know you can't see this. But this is actually from the Associated Press. And forgive the airplane going over. They were in their 50s and 60s. A man in his late 60s and a woman in her mid 50s. So 60 plus 50, so 6 plus 5, that 11 number is very significant. That was done during a Whitney Houston's death was during a pre-Grammy party, whereas this is actually pre-Emmys. Something is significant with that, I'm sure. I don't have any experience doing this kind of thing. I'm just putting my 2 cents into this. However, here's what I found that was strange in coincidence with this. Okay, so this report is from MSNBC. Their bodies were found Friday night in a murder-suicide suspected case, just hours before the Emmys were held at the Posh Hotel. Police responded to a report of a shooting and found a man and woman dead from gunshot wounds, Mark Rosen said. Both are believed to have been longtime residents of the hotel, so these people actually lived here. Okay, so Whitney Houston was staying in this hotel in February when she drowned in a bathtub. Then we have, let's see, sorry here, a report that I actually saw from ABC News here, where music icon Whitney Houston died in her room on the 4th floor of the Beverly Hilton. This was reported on the same day, just hours before she was set to attend the Clive Davis pre-Grammy party on Saturday night. News of Houston's death reportedly set the lobby abuzz. Houston was found unresponsive in her hotel room. Paramedics arrived and the singer was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. Now, here goes some more information regarding the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Nicknamed the place to see and be seen, a watering hole. There's another link to the water for A-list stars. Now, it goes on to list a lot of other celebrities that have grown up around the hotel, like JFK, Mel Gibson, Madonna, And the hotel, actually, one notable event that had taken place was Richard Nixon's so-called last press conference. This is significant, I believe. It is another link because Obama actually stayed here days after Whitney Houston died. And it's talking here about a last press conference after he lashed out at the media about after his defeat in the race for the California governor's seat. So if I were Obama, I would be a little bit worried about that, I believe. Now, other thing that I found very, very strange was this picture here is taken from Whitney Houston's funeral. Now, a lot of people who know a lot about the Illuminati know that, anything having to do with sacrifice and everything like that, they're calling this the actual smoking gun evidence of Whitney Houston's Illuminati sacrifice. So, is this a pre-sacrifice that we're looking at here with these new deaths, possibly? The summer solstice came and went without a major sacrifice that we were all expecting. Here, another queen is mentioned. We had Whitney Houston, which, many actually consider her queen of, that her genre of music. Sorry, I'm a little bit up in arms about this whole situation. Then we had Diana, not Diana Ross, the disco queen. I'm sorry, I can't think of her name right now. What is it? Donna Summer, who actually many consider was an Illuminati sacrifice. Now, we were looking for another queen. Usually Illuminati members take their sacrifices in numbers of 3. Here it is considered Queen Latifah. Her brother's funeral was also, the owner is an old friend of the Houston family, and they have a long history of the Newarkers and are considered the best. Queen Latifah's brother's funeral was also there, and this was way before she gained the status she has now, and before living single in the talk show and blockbuster movies. They are celebs in their own rights. So the fact that Queen Latifah is mentioned here, and the fact that 2 queens have just been taken from us, now this could be the other 2 after Aaliyah, or we could be looking at a sacrifice involving Queen Latifah. If I were Queen Latifah, I would stay away from any type of award situation like this, either as a presenter or otherwise. I'd stay away from water. I'd watch who was with me. Now, there are a lot of good videos on Illuminati sacrifices on YouTube, and although this is probably one of the first concerning this incident and how I think it might be a precursor to the next queen actually being sacrificed, I don't have all the information yet, so there's a lot more to research into. I think this is very fascinating and interesting. I also think there's an element of danger involved, so let me just input my own caveat here by saying that although I think it's strange and odd and everything like that, I have just recently seen a lot of these videos myself, and I think that they're rather interesting. Whether or not I 100% believe in this, remains to be seen. I'm sure if you're watching this video that you probably buy into this wholeheartedly for a lot of different reasons. So leave me your comments on what you think, because coming from the field of psychology, I have a huge fascination with why people would turn to the occult to satisfy their physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. I just feel that this is very, very strange. So let's take a look and see what this has to offer here real quick.
It's astonishing that more and more compelling evidences, pointing out that Whitney Houston was sacrificed by the Illuminati, are still surfacing, and so fast that it seems almost unbelievable. And all of these evidences invariably connect to each other, with flawless and frightening synchronicity. Less than 24 hours after I'd uploaded my last video, someone drawn my attention to another absolutely creepy detail concerning her funeral. And at this time, it looks like it's the smoking gun evidence of a huge Illuminati ritual on Whitney's death. This new evidence was spotted outside the Wigham Funeral Home in Newark as the body of Whitney Houston. Celebrities and attendees arrived for the ceremony. And I dare you explain this.
Well, it's knowledge that standing by, Duffy.
It's coming. That's all I can tell you. That's obviously, or I think that.
So, why there is one Egyptian
here we go.
sarcophagus.
So there's an Egyptian sarcophagus here, and that is a video from YouTube from a person that obviously is using some kind of voice changer or computer animated voice generator because they're afraid to show their identity. I am not afraid because, you know, we have a right to free speech here, people, and if we think that there's something weird going on, certain people's government are involved in the occult or something, you know, it's not like we're accusing these people. We're just putting theories out there, and a theory is a theory. A hypothesis is something that you support with scientific evidence, and something that can be repeated in a lab, stuff like that. So it's a little bit different. We can't prove this without the help of certain people who maybe want to come out and admit it directly to us. So this is very strange. There was an Egyptian sarcophagus found at Whitney Houston's funeral. Right there, 2 of them, I think. It looks like there might be 2 of them here. Is that 1 and maybe 2? Right at the entrance. So, you know, I don't know what this means. I don't know what the new deaths there mean prior to an award ceremony. I'm sure that, like I said, people who have a lot more experience dealing with researching the occult, they have more experience than I do, will have a lot more input. But this is something I wanted to bring possibly to their attention so that they could expand on this and give us some more knowledge. And, you know, it piqued my interest right away, so I'm sure it did yours too. Leave me your comments, subscribe to my channel, and I'll try and look into this story as things move along. I'm going to be doing an update to a couple other stories as well. So take care. God bless.